Pat, what up? How's everybody doing? I bet I was organizing some stabilizers, trying to figure out. Trying to organize this bag a little bit. Guess whoever had this last just kind of threw everything last minute into a few bags. But what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome to an early Friday stream. I've been, as you guys know, of last week or 2 weeks ago, we did a Friday stream. Because I had off and I have off today. Poppin'. We're building the GHS JEM. That's what we're building today. Uh it is the one that you've been seeing floating around to other content creators. It has the copper weight on the bottom and was patinaed by Knee Deep. So it should be a lot of fun. Should be a fun build. I don't know what plate I want to use here. We got an aluminum. I think this is aluminum plate. Half carbon plate. Ooh. We have silicone dampener. Here is the hyperdrive to the edge of existence by Knee Deep. What up, Zero? What up, Scotty K? What up, Steel Wind? What's poppin'? Steel Wind TTV, baby. We got a palm plate, I think. Carbon. I was thinking about doing the carbon fiber. Nice little PVD plate. I don't want to open it too much, but looks like there's a lot of fingerprints on it. PCBs. We'll test one of these. Gotta figure out which one I like the most. Yeah, should we do a half plate? One doesn't look too bad. Test it real quick. Yeah, what do you guys think? What plate should we use? I haven't decided on keycaps either yet. I was thinking about either Boneyard. We could do Metro. I think Metro would look pretty good. And I gotta put Bushido back on my RAR. I have MT3 on it right now, and I'm not a huge fan of MT3. Scotty, you're saying half plate? I would do half plate, but there's not a lot of. I guess there's a big. I think this flex cut will help with a half plate. We do half plate. Let's see. Oh yeah, so we're gonna be giving away. Colin Hacking Studio collabed with me. We're gonna be giving away a raffle spot for a gem. Half plate would be pretty wild. Like if it was on the tabs. I don't know. I did a half plate one time before and it didn't sound too good. So I'm like kind of weary of doing half plate, but I also it was probably the switches as well. Switches weren't that good. I think we used like PME switches or something. All right. So this goes in. Even pushing the JST connector, I got some flex. Okay, RGB, but half of it is working. Interesting. Floppy. Yo, for some. Oh, there we go. Hey, Floppy, thank you so much for the tier 1. Welcome, brother. Yo, I was actually gonna use your desk mat with this board, but the greens were kind of, it was like too much green. You were finally able to get the KBD 8X Mark II in E-White, by the way. I'll be building it with Koalas. Hey! SA Sculpted Bliss? Hell yeah. Yeah, I was gonna use this desk mat floppy. But I feel like it would have clashed too much. I'm keeping this out because I want to use this with something and I can't decide. Yeah, we could either go like the really crazy route and put Metro on the board. Um and match it with this desk mat. Or we could do Boneyard and match it with we could go like the clean route and put this desk mat. Sheesh. What do you guys think? Should we do this desk mat with Boneyard, which is like a gray keycap set? Or should we go Metro and go with the crazy desk mat? Oh yeah, I gotta check this PCB. Okay, we don't have keyboard plugged in. Hold on guys, I gotta minimize BRB. Thankfully I have it on my desktop. Alright, let's see. Because even if the RGB doesn't work, it doesn't really matter because you're not gonna see it. I wonder why the RGB doesn't work. You guys are saying half plate? Um yeah, what's everyone up to? I'm gonna make sure all of these work. I wonder if there's gonna be a reset switch here because there's 4 pads for a button. Gotta love when you hit the Windows key and it pushes you out of VIA. Alright, so the PCB works. Now let's figure out what plate we want. Oh yeah, by the way, the sound test of the Portico 68 is live over on my YouTube channel if you guys don't. And on the cream, since they're factory lubed, on the legs of the stems, there was like a black residue because it was like from the plastic rubbing, and it was like mixing with the lube, so it made like this like almost made the switch look like it was burnt. All right, I don't know. I'm like undecided of what configuration I want to use. I want to see what the other people did real quick. Um, What does this guy do? Plate foam. There is no plate foam that came with this. Where do you get plate foam from? Palm plate? Meh. Plate. Did not a lot of people do this board? What's this one? Alu, brass, CF. With what switches? Lavenders? What do we silicone PCB foam? Why are people what is silicone PCB foam? That is not foam. It's just silicone. Silicone plate dampener. That's how they could have worded it. This is the silicone plate dampener. I don't know why they're saying foam. Don't do 7U. It'll have 1U. Nah, we'll do 6.5. Yeah, I don't know. I see like in people's descriptions on their YouTube channel saying silicone plate foam. What the fuck is that? I think I'm gonna go full carbon. You think creams with carbon? What do usually people do creams with? Alu? I'm like still driven back to alu. Like I like alu. We'll do carbon, and I'll put this silicone shit in it. Because why not? You feel like, yeah, I never really heard of anyone doing creams with carbon, but YOLO. All right, we're gonna use our own stabs because I wasn't a fan of the whoever lubed of the other ones. Gone Hacking Studio, yo, what is up? Let's go. Isn't it super early for you? Isn't it like 1 in the morning? Welcome. I was trying to figure out what configuration I wanted to go with here, but I think I got it. Goes here. Cool. The parts. Bows. Yo, what up? I got out the yeah, it is. Jeez. GHS Neil. Yo, Zero. Yo, what up, JQ? What up? Yo, Jiram, what up? Whoa. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I brought out the RAR. Got the RAR. So I'll have them side by side. I think I might go with the clean route. I think we might end up switching desk mats and using GMK Boneyard on the gem. I keep every time I say gem, I keep wanting to say the RAR. I don't know why. I can't help it. The RAR is just one of my favorite boards. All right, let's get to lubing here. Yeah, how do you guys like these midday? So it's like midday for me. I know for some people it's not midday. Like it's 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. here. Yo, Cancerous, let's poppin'. I'm a simp for Boneyard. Regret not picking. Boneyard's sick, right? I think because I was emptying my drawer. I have like GMK sets in Ziploc bags. I was emptying my drawer just to kind of organize it and see what wasn't on boards. I think for photos, I'll probably take on because I had to find the GMK packaging. It's somewhere in my closet with all the other uh GMK sets. It's probably like it's probably underneath like 10 GMK sets, and I don't want to grab it midstream. Knowing my luck, they'll all fall down from the top of the shelf. Actually building a board. Oh, nice. What board are you building? The butter on the raw is beautiful. Works for me. You keep me company. Hell yeah. Yeah, I sent my raw out to knee deep as well as this one was sent out to knee deep. Um I did like an Iron Man kind of vibe with mine. Even though I put Bushido on it, so it kind of just looks like a bloody samurai kind of vibe. Cause I knew once he like stripped down the PVD, it was gonna kind of look like Iron Man's suit. So we were gonna go with that, but then I just tell myself it's different. Now that's a problem. No, you do not. It's annoying. I have to get like a. It's like my shelf. Like, you know, you've like clothes. You hang like your hoodies and stuff up. Then I have like a shelf, and like the ceiling goes pretty high in the closet, and I have to stack them like all the way to the ceiling. So I have to get like a freaking step stool out and pull out like 5 GMK sets because usually the one I want is always under like all. Yo, Gone Hacking Studio, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it, fam. Knowing my luck to all fall down. You got out of school yesterday? YMDK Wings? Is that a keyboard? Damn, 2 prototypes in a week? Am I Alex Odos? Wait, I saw something about a 60. 60. You guys came out hot with the 75, 65. TKL would be dope. I do like TK. I couldn't imagine a TKL like in the RAR design. It would be heavy as heck. Stupid heavy. It is an Alice board. Ooh, Alice, yeah. Alice would be dope. Hopefully my Alice comes in pretty soon. My Dallas, I should say. After Gem, we'll be back on track with a oh yeah. What? Oh yeah, what happened with the numpads? I forgot about that. Damn, 2023 is gonna be a big year, huh? So like, are you saying like after Gem, like you ship them all out to customers and do extras like that after, or like midway through the group buy? TKL is going to be expensive. I don't mind. But people don't want a redesign. A redesign would be pretty cool. I don't mind like different designs of the board. After GB, so around July for the XLS. Ah, okay. There you go. Yeah, the macro pad's gonna be sick. Do you think you'll ever do polycarbonate boards? Or an option? Yo, yeah, the ghost of Christmas past. GHS. Like Norbauer did. They want the XLS to match exactly with the RAR. Yeah. Well, wasn't it kind of meant to go with the RAR? Oh, I thought you were talking about redesign for the TKL. Ooh. Hence all GHS PCBs have underglow. Well, there you go. It has been confirmed. Yeah, that would be sick. Like if I could just get like a case or like the RAR or something, like a top case. To just do like one big GB of all the different boards you do in polycarb. That'd be wild. Oh, you're doing XLS. Yo, yeah. XLS and polycarb. One of those fat GHS weights or the bottom case. Like in like copper or something or brass. God dang. How do you like the quality of JTK Sakura? I've never used JTK. I really like JTK Sakura. I just don't like the I don't like the font. Or not the font, but like the size of these. A little bit different than GMK. Like this is GMK. I prefer GMK. I think it's a little bit thicker. I'm tripping. I don't know. It's a little bit different. I just happen to have, GMK. I think it's for Hammerhead. But see how like this is just like a little bit thinner. And it looks like it's squeezed in, like it's thinned out. And then the actual like legends are a little bit thinner as well. I prefer like this. I prefer this a lot more than this. This just seems skinnier and squeezed. I'm not really a big fan. But the legends are nice. Like these almost match GMK. The quality feels like GMK. I feel like the keycaps are a little bit thinner. You definitely get a different sound even though these are ABS. I don't have calipers to measure the keycaps, but I'm sure I could find the information online. Just from sound alone, from me doing like the typing, it feels like you don't get like as of a clacky sound you would with ABS GMK. TK will be capped with a RAR design. Ooh, let's go. TKL RAR. Top mounts, not tripping. JDK def looks thinner. And yeah. But I prefer what JTK, like the case. For this. This is a lot nicer. But I don't like the trays itself. The trays itself just fall apart and they don't last that long, so it kind of pisses me off. Like the old GMK trays were lit. I have 3, 4. I have like 8 of them. I have like 8 old GMK trays, and they're the best. Yo, what up, Uncle Dude? Oh, that's sick. JQ. That's a sick Alice. I think Desky or somebody's doing extras. There should be extras on the Key company. You probably could use my code at checkout to save some money. Better than the exactly. Fuck the potato. The potato trays pissed me off. I had one tray come in, and I pulled the sleeve off, and like half of it cracked off, and just dust went all over. Like it just cracked off into dust. Like it was like it was dry rotting. Can you get bugs? Can like bugs like do bugs like those potato trays? How much for old GMKs? Imagine. I'm definitely not selling my old GMK trays. But I do like the sleeve. So maybe if GMK had like the plastic trays, like because it helps you like kind of distinguish what you have. Yo, what up, I? How's it going? Desk here and swag keys. There you go. Bruh, the desk. Cater tray trash facts. Yeah, can you get the bugs are apparently wait, what? Are they really a thing? So like if you have those and well, that sucks. Dude, this is a money maker right here. If somebody does this, they'll make a shit ton of money. If they basically just make like a plastic mold out of the potato trays and sold those in plastic, but you could still fit the sleeve, the original GMK sleeve over the keycaps, they would make a shit ton of money. That's big brain shit right there. Somebody should do that. Somebody get some calipers out, measure the box, or get the dimensions of the box, and then boom. Start selling that online. Make some big money. I'd buy a shit ton of them. Yo, what up, Guardian? Wouldn't keep them in my basement. Yeah, I don't do that. So after the trays are unsealed. Yeah. Wait, what? There's a plastic case that fits the GMK sleeve. Are you serious? I'm doing pretty good. Chilling. We're building the GHS JEM today. Hell yeah. That long-term followage. Let's go. Yo, we need to find these plastic cases that fits the GMK sleeves. I tried contacting the GMK if we could get the old plastic trays manufactured aftermarket. No response. You got COVID? Oh, man. You'll be all right. COVID's not that bad. I had COVID. Just make sure you take, vitamins. Make sure you eat and get plenty of water. You're gonna feel like shit for a couple days, but you'll be all right. Oh, Monster Gear makes them? No way. So this, so you get two of them. Does this say that you can flip compatible with the GMK wrapping paper? One set, two tray. Can fucking $7. That's cheap as hell. I'm gonna buy like 100 of them. That's money. That's money right there. Say goodbye to the potato. We could have like a RIP potato like fire. We could throw them in the fire. That's so dope. Somebody made these already. Leave it up to Monster Gear. Not a fan of their boards, but hey, they innovated something here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually did like one of their boards. Bonfire facts. Is it $15 shipping? What the fuck? Why is it $15? Where are they shipping from? Is it because of the weight or something? I don't know. KG. There's zero reviews. I want to see. Is there a? Oh, there's a photo. It fits. Oh shit. What is that? Three? Is it three stacked? Looks like it's three stacked. Copy image link. Will this work? That photo right there. Does that look like three though? Looks like three layers. This prying tool. Plastic open. I don't care about the small bubbles or scratches. It's $7 thing. Expect it not. From Korea? Damn. Is that where Monster Gear is located? Sea shipping. Just can they DHL that shit? This is the best. That is the best invention ever. You're gonna see me like next stream. I have like this whole room filled with these things. What do I think about blush linears? They were actually really nice switches. I have a sound test up on my YouTube channel if you want to go check it out. In the what the hell is it? Kepler. But yeah, they're really nice switches. I don't know if those switches come with that special spring that you can switch. So you put it one way and it's a slow spring, and I think the other way is a complex spring. I know those springs were in the um Musatsu switches. I could be mistaken. They might not be in the blush switches. But blush switches are really nice. They're definitely one of my favorite long pole switches. Very smooth too. Actually, it says Virgin Islands in the listing. What? Where's the Virgin Islands? All right, let's see first if this passes the flip test. Wait, what the fuck? Let's just pass the flip test. Putting these in. Yes. Yes. I love it. I love when PCBs are made right. So, like you can clip in stabilizers and you can clip them all in at once and just flip the PCB over and screw them in. There's some PCBs where they're loose. It's the little things, okay, that makes me happy. Taxation is theft. Virgin Islands. Hmm. Yeah, that sucks. I'm gonna order their whole stock. No, but for real, I'm gonna burn all the potato trays. That's the plan. But yeah, guys, my commissions are open. If you guys want to send me a board to build. Yo, Jägermaster. Like Jaeger bombs? Like you drink Jaeger or nah? Thank you so much for the follow. I like these mid streams or midday streams because I have more energy. Instead of like after work. Usually after work I just want to chill. Maybe take some photos. Jaga? That's it, right? Oh, I gotta do this. I got like a 3 hour motorcycle course to do online. I go for my license, or it's like a 2 day course that you do. Like if you, it's like a safety course. And then you do the test like at the end of the second day. A lot better than getting a bike and just going to the DMV. So I'll actually show you stuff like scenarios. I mean, I already know how to ride a bike because I used to race motocross, but it should be fun. Works better for me too. Well, late, but at least I'm not yet in La La Land. I don't even know how you're up. I can't stay up past like 10 o'clock. 9:30, my eyes start going like, and then I'm out. But I also get up I have to get up at 5:30 to get ready for work, so I'm just used to going to bed early. I always doubt myself when I do spacebar stab wire because I can't see where the other stab is, and I feel like I'm putting it in upside down a lot of the times. Then corrected on the shipping fee. I was set Bangladesh, and when I switched to USA, the shipping went. Let's go, $23. Let's go, baby. YOLO. YOLO that ish. Hey, I don't care about the shipping. I just care about getting rid of the potatoes. Yo, how funny would that be if I made a video, right? Like how to make mashed potatoes, but instead I used the GMK trays. And then like at the end I ate it, but it was like actual mashed potatoes, like it wasn't actually it. I think it'd be funny as fuck. This is definitely not lo-fi hip hop. You know, I seem to remember someone actually doing that with the trays, adding making mashed potatoes out of it. That was a good song, but it definitely isn't lo-fi hip hop. Can you guys hear the music? Is it too low? I think I'm really conflicted on the keycaps here. I don't really usually do clean builds. I like to do crazy stuff, but maybe we'll do a clean one on this one. You don't hear music? Does anyone else hear the music? Turned it up a little bit. There's music? Okay, cool. Ooh, what about Gone Hacking Studio stabilizers? And they gotta be orange. What about that? What is the point of the red things? The red things are called fiber washers. So here's a perfect example. If I screw this stabilizer in, I'm gonna show you. If I screw the stabilizer in right here, right? Put this screw in. If I put it right here, right? This is where the screw is gonna go. When I screw this all the way down, it's gonna come in contact with this pad, and it can cause a potential short within the PCB. So if you put a fiber washer to buffer the clearance in between the top of the screw and the pad, it won't short because the washers are non-conductive. So you don't want to short your PCB. So you put that. See, it blocks like half the pad. Protects it for you. You don't always have to do this. Like some of the, like this one isn't bridging with a pad if I put a screw in. This one isn't bridging with a pad. We put a screw in. This one might bridge right here, so you put a washer on. This one definitely does. See, there's a pad right underneath it. It's just to be safe. Soon and switches? Ooh. Hopefully they're like solid. I'm not a real big fan of clear switches. I like the opaque switches. What color is uncool, dude? It's the green one with the knee deep patina. But washers is for to reduce stem wobble? No. To reduce wobble? No, you would use pads. You would if you wanted to reduce wobble, there's like full size pads for underneath here, like people do the Band-Aid mod. That creates it's almost like a film for a switch. So it sucks down the stabilizer down. But you would only use a pad underneath the stabilizer if the PCB was really thin and the stabilizer isn't compatible with really thin PCBs. I know Duroc. I always use Duroc stabilizers. They're compatible with thinner PCBs. stab pads. They're useful for hot swap builds where they're. I mean, you don't on a hot swap build you wouldn't have to use it, right? Because there's no pads exposed where the washers go. The hot swap sockets are raised, so you wouldn't have to use washers. On every single build I do, I just use washers because it comes with the kit. So might as well just put them on. Doesn't hurt to put them on. Also, you generally don't have to use washers. Yeah, you don't have to use them at all. But since it comes with the kit, I don't want a bunch of washers floating around in a bag. Yo, 98 sick, thank you so much for the follow. And meh, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of putting anything underneath the stabs. It makes the stabilizer muted and doesn't bring out any characteristics of the stabilizer. It just and then when you go to press down on your stabilizers, when this bottoms out, it'll end up being really mushy of whatever's underneath it. So that's also why I'm not a huge fan of anything underneath my stabilizers. And then people do like the wire. I think that like messes up the smoothness as well. But it's all personal preference. People shove shit in their stabilizers. I feel like they just can't lube it properly, so they do that. But I mean, it's all preference how you like your boards. Like some people use just 205G0 for the wire. I don't because I feel like it doesn't really help with a lot of the wobble, kind of filling in that gap. This kind of like holds it more into place, I feel. Gives it a little bit of a buffer. Watching a keyboard stream in like 8 months? Well, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Oh, nice. So there are a nice design. So in the silicone plate dampener, there's these little tabs right here, right? And in order to align the silicone dampener, the plate, those kind of pop in right into the plate. So when you're pushing in switches, you don't have to worry about you crushing the silicone by accident. That's a pretty cool little design. See, and now when I pop in switches, I won't have to worry about moving the silicone dampener around. You use BDZ? Yeah, I use BDZ. BDZ on the wire. That marshmallow fluff. So these should all sound pretty good. There's still a little bit of scratch, but it's not as bad as when you first get the switch. These I just lubed the 205G0 and 105 oil in the springs. You don't need to film creams. But I broke these into 400,000 actuations. So they should sound a little bit better. I have a break-in machine for the switches. I recommend getting one. I think it's definitely a good investment, especially if you're building a lot of boards. Definitely helps. Like if you were to buy some MX Blacks. What machine am I using? Yeah, I have the Dinky one as well. I wanted to get the one from Maple, but it sells out every time, and I don't think he does that many in stock. Like last drop was only like 20 yellow ones that he did. Yeah, the Dinky one works nice. The only problem I had with the Dinky one, um, where the little prop comes down in the motor, there's I forget what it looks like. It's in the basement. I don't have it because I usually just leave it on in the basement because you can't hear it from upstairs. Um, there's a rod that goes through that holds the wheels that spin on the Delrin. I think it's Delrin wheels. They spin. That little rod, since it's spinning so fast, it actually came loose. So they 3D printed a fix. I think I was the only one with a problem because I sent them like, hey, this pin fell out and it's like grinding against the thing, and then it'll like cause the motor to seize. And then they like 3D printed something like really quick and they fixed it and they sent me out this little thing that clips up and holds that little rod in place. They did it fairly quick. Maple, yeah. Think of maple syrup. I don't know. Fang Studio? Here you go. So the one from Fang Studio, you can actually have it actuate like sideways, like so you could just hit like one rail, like if you want to hit it on the side. There's like different ways you can angle the break-in machine. And I'm pretty sure it does more switches as well. Yeah, it's slower. See, I'm kind of worried. You could ramp down the dinky one. There's like a little switch. Yeah, I haven't used cream since I had my Think V1. So it's been a long time. I'm basically just kind of listening for little effects in the switches that I don't really like as much. I'll put like on the number row and then down the side in the arrows. I want the board to sound good when I'm typing. Because you're mainly on the alphas. And then the mods as well, like spacebar, stuff like that. I don't see a lot of streamers doing this. I personally don't want to have to go back and desolder a switch and buy a bunch of more switches. What's that? Cherry picking switches as you install? Yeah. But I don't see a lot of streamers doing it. Like, not a lot of people do it. I want to get another machine since it takes me a while to break in 100 switches. Yeah. You could run... You could run, You could run the dinky one for a long time. Yo, Lols is the man. Nerd Nest, I got that. Kaze's fucking amazing. That board's sexy as hell. Consolation I had was actually Lols. I bought that off of Lols. I don't have the consolation anymore. I had to put that in last. Hat's out before he gets to install switches. It takes a long time, right? ADHD shenanigans. That is Lols. I love it though. He's funny as fuck. His laugh though. You choose your switches after lubing them. Yeah, I could do that. You just do it like you do it right after. All right, so this is spacebar. That's a little bit of chatter. A little sticky. Gonna have to do. Alrighty, let's solder this bad boy. Like these switches are a little loose in the plate. So I'll have to hold it down. I'll have to do like one little thing at a time. Alright. Sometimes a switch will sound worse after I stick it in the plate. Oh yeah, yes. If you film the switch and the switch technically doesn't really need filming, it could make the switch like a little bit fatter from the housing, and it could actually squeeze the switch when it's in the plate. So that's probably why they sound worse. I've had that problem a bunch of times. And that was kind of like what I found out. To you just take the films off, and usually it's fine. And if it still doesn't work, that means either that plate is too tight. Alrighty, let's turn this fan on. Get the soldering. So I'm just going to do one pin at a time, and then I'll go back and make sure that they're all seated down properly. You're back. Let's go. Welcome back, Steelin. Steelin, so you're streaming now? Imagine if it was this easy to solder a board. You only had to do one switch. What was the April Fool's Cherry did? Didn't Cherry do an April Fool's joke? Alright, let's see how much. Oh yeah, the switch pops in way more. Those orange pieces, yeah, they're like little socks for the plate. It's kind of like the 7V. The 7V had the tabs on the plate rather than, or the PCB rather than the plate. We'll definitely lose a lot of flex since the carbon fiber's a little stiff. And we have the silicone dampener in here. But I'm not too worried about flexy bounciness. It's silicone. Alrighty, so these are nice and flush, that whole top row. If I do a couple rows, everything will probably get seated in nicely. If you want to flex, try a plate. Oh, you see, oh yeah, that's right. You could do plateless. Interesting. I've tried plateless, or I've tried like half plate one time, and it didn't sound that good. So I'm like scared to do it. Plateless would be pretty cool. Oh yeah, while you're here, what durometer is the gasket socks or the tacos? What are you guys calling them? Post lot just got delivered 2 days from Malaysia. Hell yeah. Yeah, they're shipping out of Malaysia. That's where Singa KB is from. And can you get different durometer gaskets? Yeah, the gasket sleeves. Okay. Yeah, is this like a specific durometer? Like the hardness? The moment we tested Shore 40 and 30, you've got the what we call base 40. Okay. So are you gonna offer different ones on your site? Both will be available. Nice. Are they gonna be different colors? Guess you would have to, right? Distinguish for people. So the lower the number, the softer. Yes, they have to be. Even the Gem's packaging will be different. RAR had an orange lining while Gem will have a teal. Oh, nice. I think the Proto came with orange. Here's the RAR. RAR's actually in here. Yeah, it has the orange. Such a heavy board. This time accessory and PCBs will be in a different box. Underestimated people ordering 4 PCBs and plates. Yeah. People like to try different combinations. Because you never know with boards nowadays. Like you never know what you're gonna like. And I always buy extra PCBs just in case, because sometimes they're DOA. Beast. Mo, what's poppin', Mo? Thank you so much for the follow. Happy Friday. Oh yeah, isn't Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney Plus today? At least with the gem, it'll be our first board with hot swap option. There you go. Maybe that'll persuade people to buy less PCBs. I personally prefer soldered boards. Was never like really a big fan of hot swap. Um, I don't know. I think I just like the solder, and I know I'm not going to be changing up the board so much. I like I like to get a hot swap and a solder so I can test out switches for sound and use solder. Oh, there you go. That's smart. That's some big brain shit. Yo, does anybody else do that shit? Like when you're like doing something, your pinky, fucking shit bugs me out. More on the demand for us to pro hot swap everything we design. Yeah, hot swap. People definitely love the hot swap. Damn, typing on mobile. It's all good. I don't want to keep you up too late. It's like your pinky's. I don't know what it is, dude. When I like grab something, I don't know. Whenever I'm doing something, it's like the pinky it just is not involved. It's just not. See, I'm doing it right now. It's not a viable appendage. The gem. It's all good. I've been wanting to be on your live stream. Now's my chance. Hell yeah. Honestly, here for the questions, man. Yeah, you're very helpful. Honestly, probably should have asked you for a spreadsheet before stream. Yeah, because usually when I stream, I mean, it's actually, yeah, usually when I stream, it's like probably 7 in the morning for you. I was gonna stream later tonight, but I think I have plans. spend some time with the fiance. So I figured, while she was out, we could build this board up. I honestly didn't want to wait till Tuesday because the raffle's soon, right? The 5th or the 4th. Let's go. I was too excited. 4th for Ellie. Oh yeah, what's everybody doing for Memorial Day weekend? Does anybody have any plans? It's not that nice here. It's cloudy. Honestly wanted to go buy some fireworks. All right, now we can go back and pop all of these. Ribs? Oh my god, I'm jealous. Are you smoking the ribs? What's the plan with the ribs? I love barbecue. Smoke ribs, smoke jalapeno poppers, some smoked chicken, some smoked tri-tip, smoked ends, whatever you got. I'm about it. Put it in the smoker. I'm like gonna headbutt my microphone. That guy Timmy. What up? What's poppin'? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, guys, Gone Hacking Studio has teamed up with me to do a giveaway for a gem spot. So I'll probably do a post on Instagram doing the giveaway. So if you guys aren't already following me over on Instagram, head over there. I should be posting the photo within this week before the raffle for sure. I don't want to do it after the raffle because I want GHS to have their logistics. That way they're not waiting on me. I'm doing pretty good. Good man, just chilling. Yeah, chilling. Getting this board soldered up. We should be done here pretty soon. Then it's basically just going to be me trying to figure out what keycaps we want to do. I don't know what I want to do. I'm not there yet, so usually I kind of piece it together a little bit before stream, but this was kind of like a last minute YOLO stream, so I didn't really have time to think. Sheesh. Dibs, dibs. Imagine. This one is the green with the knee deep copper patina slash galaxy. So this will be one that's not offered in the raffle. This is just like a special one off that they did. Since the design is fairly close to the RAR, I already know this is gonna sound banging. I wish I did alu plate with mine. I like alu. I like it. This board will definitely help. Like if you're going like for the clacky, you're not gonna have to worry about it being hollow. Because the board is so heavy and it has like a layer in between to kind of stop the sound. So you won't really have to worry about any vibration. Yeah, but the KP won't be available as an option, right? Within the raffle. Or will it? Also, so is what what is my favorite switch? I don't really have a favorite switch because I've never used a switch more than twice in a keyboard. So I don't really have a favorite switch. I I prefer as of lately linears just because tactile switches have been kind of missing with leaf tick issues, and that pisses me off. It makes me not want to use them because then you have to buy like 200 of them to really cherry pick. Um, so I'm not really about that. Apple Keeps, thank you so much for the follow. All right, we're gonna test this real quick. Make sure all the switches are good. And then I'm gonna go wash my hands since we just touched solder. Yeah, I mean, I can count on a linear switch to work and have a good um have like a good batch of switches. The yield is very high. Tactile switches, the yield is very low. So it's like I'm spending more money. And I like tactile switches. Like I love typing on them. But just the fact that I have to buy so many and cherry pick them, so a huge waste of time. All right, I'll be back, guys. I'm gonna go wash my hands since we just touched solder. You should always wash your hands after you solder. I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm back. It was quick. All right, let's clean up real quick. We don't need this mat anymore. Soldering iron is cooling down. We don't need this fan. Oh yeah, this is knee deep. If you guys want to go check out knee deep, I have a few boards done by him. I think I have 3 boards done by him. Cool. Do a quick little cleanup. Yeah, I've gone through. Oh geez, I've probably built almost 70 boards and all use different switches. I mean, a lot of switches are just clones anyway. Um, we don't need this. All right, so I was either thinking this. What do we think? This desk mat with Metro, Metropolis. The Metro kind of has like that teal vibe, but I don't think the teal is gonna go well. So we'll do this. Do it. I think we're gonna go with this. Upside down. That. Got this. This. Oh my god. Little somewhat of an unboxing experience. Um box will be teal instead of orange. One-handed savage. Keycaps. So need to take this board apart. Probably gonna have to use the tools that are supplied. Need a mouse. And this. Um. Wow, these are pretty small. I always make sure I have like a little screw tray on my desk. Um. Just in case. Oh, Gone Hacking Studio screw tray. When are we doing that? Clack keys. Bro, what up? What's poppin'? Yeah, guys, if you guys haven't checked out Clack keys, He is running Magic uh desk mats, and they're dope. I ordered like 4 of them. How many in total are there? Like 8? Or did you release more? And you should also go check out his artisans as well. 14? Buddy, what are you trying to do to my wallet? God damn. I love this screwless design on this board. Big brain type shit. I'll leave the trays to Rama. Oof. Yeah, I don't support Rama anymore. Even though I have their trays, I don't use them. Probably just gonna put them out in the garage. Oh god damn. That's a big weight. Um like I got Tepin snacks on hacking. Tepin snacks is leftover snacks in the board. Oh shit. All right, so we got that. So the screws in here. Oh, they only did 4 screws. Could have been exactly right. Leftover, yeah, a little leftover snack. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he included the daughter board screws. Oh yeah, and will the gem come with those little rubber gaskets? I feel like this is the same, no? I feel like I'm building it exactly the same, except the RAR was top mount. No O-rings? No O-rings on this build? Or just the prototype? Yeah. Yep. No, I remember I thought there was like O-rings for the actual case or something. Didn't these holes get O-rings? I can't remember. The actual case got none? Okay. It was just the top mount. I don't mind complicated builds. I like complicated builds. It makes it fun. Leave the M2 6 on the bottom piece. Yeah, leave them in, right? in through those holes, or leave it in the PCB. Bottom piece. Bottom piece. Take off. Yep. Ah. All right. I had to flip it over to remember. Yeah. Oh, you mean on the plate? Yep. That's what I just thought about it in my head. I'm like, I should probably put the PCB on this first. Perfect. Now, I have to flip it over anyway. Did I lose them? Moved off a little. Should be fine. Put the top on before you. Oh, all right. Let me just plug this in. We wait to plug this in. Put the top on because it'll secure it. Oh yeah, they just fall into place. There we go. In the kit, we'll make sure there's nothing in the kit. There wasn't any these fit. M24, maybe the stab screws. They would? Okay. What color are they supposed to be? What the proto? Black? Okay. Yeah, maybe they lost them or something. I didn't see them in here. Long screws on the top, right? We're moving back to stainless steel screws silver rather than carbon. Oh, that's neat. I like stainless steel. I'm gonna clean up here. This in there, put this in there. Should be in its own baggie. Put this extra gasket in its own baggie. Sorry guys, I'm very OCD with shit. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I like the RAR. The RAR was fun to build. It's complicated, but it's fun. Like it makes you think a little bit, which I think a lot of people need. And when you guys tighten down your case, you guys don't need to crank it. You barely, like, right when the screw stops, that's it. That's all you need to go. You don't need to give it any more tight. Let's go. Mini me, thank you so much for the follow. All right, let's put this beauty on. very carefully. And we do the flip. Okay. Won't be able to LE. I got this one. I don't know about this one. Dropped it. I have a jelly epoch. So this moves a little bit in here. It's not a lot. All right, let's put on these caps. I believe I took this off as 65%, so it should. Ooh. Honestly, after all, I haven't bought the jelly. Is it Epic or Epoch? The Jelly Epic is definitely one of my favorite boards that I own. I'll keep that board forever. That and the Mr. Suit. The spring I sold, I wasn't really a fan of the spring. I feel like a lot of Alab's boards all sound the same. I have a better Alice coming in that I want to keep as like my end game board, but like I'm just kind of getting tired of that that sound that everybody's going for nowadays with that marbly sound with all the PME foam and shit. It's just not my vibe anymore. What Alice board? The Dallas. The Dallas is going to be probably my end game Alice. The Dallas is beautiful. Not that I wouldn't collect any more Alice's. Um, I just think at the end of the day that would probably be like definitely one of the boards I would keep. I originally wanted to put CRP on this set, but I don't have a small right shift for the keycap set. CRP would have looked really good on this. Bixie or yeah, Bix, what's popping? What's a rose gold? This is the it's the prototype Portico 68. Last board I had was like a thermal and it felt wrong lifting it next to the RAR. It was like holding plastic. Oh, I bet. I wasn't really a big fan of the thermal. Was the thermal only HHKB layout? And I'm the same way. I like boards that have, you know, some meat to it. I don't really like the lighter boards. There's only like a few that I have in my collection that I like. That definitely doesn't go there. Yeah, I have a sound test up of the Portico 68. I wasn't a big fan of the switches that I put in here, but um, definitely a decent sounding board for 249. That's a really good price. The CNC quality top notch, anodization's top notch. So for 249, you can't beat it. They sent me out the dragon fruits to put in that board. So I wasn't really a big fan. They just remind me of kiwis. You guys know how much I hate freaking kiwis. If I put the RAR on my desk right now, might break a hole through the desk. I have the Scarlet edition. Team Linear, yeah. Appa, what up? Here you go. Ready? Yeet. Eated that shit. These dice numbers are fucking me up because I think I chose this one as 0. Oh, what did I have? Yo, press F. Where's my F? This keycap was from my first ever Corsair mechanical keyboard, and that thing broke on me. So we broke it into pieces, and I kept. And the last thing I found was the F key, and I was like, I gotta keep the fucking F key. Gotta pay respects. What got me into the hobby. That's where it all began. Whoa, a little bit of flex going on here with the carbon fiber plate. When I'm pushing down, that's crazy. Um, that's 9, 7. This is 8. Nice, we did it. W, because we're always winning. Still feeling the yeah, I'm still feeling the flex. That's fucking weird. Bones, home, elite, and artisan. Put this. Oh, I filled this guy. This would look. I'm putting win keys on like all my boards. We do this. That look cool there. Hmm. Yo, keyboard, what's popping? How you doing? What should we use? This looks kind of cool. What would that look good there? Hmm. Just ate a spicy chicken. Oh my god, you didn't even get me one? You didn't even get me a spicy chicken sandwich? Is that the Mr. Mar Reaper one on the... Yeah. Death caps. I'll bring you on for the... Yo, let me know. I'm in. Anything? Maybe this Kolkaraba? It's always the hard part, trying to find an artisan. Or maybe even kind of matches the case. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Got it. We gotta put an artisan on this shit. Oh, I use the Ocelot for media controls for like music. Want to have those kinds of problems? What? Putting an artisan on? Hmm. Nothing from this. Oh, I didn't know I had the tiger. I forgot. Um. That would kind of go. Keylat? That's what I'm saying. Ronin's dope. That guy. Oh. This is GSK. Is this GSK? This is an old GSK, I think. I don't know. I need more of these though. I need another artisan holder. Cause I got too many artisans. I think we're gonna go. And then I'll put like a bunch of green artisans in this. Are you guys ready? Pause the music. Let's do prediction. How many words per minute? Guys can start betting in chat right now. The bidding will be up for 2 minutes. We're gonna flip the microphone. I hate when people have like the Shure. You'll focus. Board. Yeah, I hate when people have the Shure SM7B and they don't flip it around. It's like angled at a weird position. That just doesn't work. Monkey type. Alright, while you guys bet, I'm just gonna mess around with this a little bit. Ooh. This is bouncy. Why is this so bouncy? That's so weird. I'm not used to that. Oh my god, I love this. And this is with a carbon fiber plate. This is so weird. I feel like I feel like I'm typing on a trampoline. Honest to God. That's so weird. Like when you type, the flow is very nice because you're like bouncing to the next key. Like it's like very fluid for me. Could you show the bounce? Hmm. It's not gonna be. It's gonna probably be a little bit exaggerated. I could show you from the side. See, it's kind of hard to show. See how there's like that extra travel when I push in? That's so fucking weird. Yeah, I can't show it from the side, but you can definitely see it from the top. See, you could see these keys flexing down. You guys see that? I can't, it's like weird to show. All right, let's do this. Oh, let me move this. Hold up. Oh, oh my God. Let's go. Choose a prediction, choose outcome, 105 and plus. Let's go. We just made it easy. Damn, that's more bouncy than I thought it would be, right? Sounds amazing though. I love the flex, but there's a limit. I hate when my typing cause causing vibrations. Exactly, yeah. Yo, Croc, what's poppin'? Redeem a hydrate, I got you. I put all my points in and got tons back. Let's go. I think I might have would have preferred it with an alu plate. I think this board deserves to be clacky as fuck. Sounds a little bit dampened with the carbon fiber plate, but overall, board's amazing. This is a really nice board. I really enjoy this a lot. The typing feel is kind of feels similar to the RAR, but not. The RAR is a lot more flexible, or the gems has more flex. Yeah, something's like muting. I haven't really been a huge fan of the mute. All right, so this is my RAR. I gotta put Bushido on it, and then we can. It's a silicone. Okay. Jesus, MT3 like barely has any tolerance. Yeah, I just had this MT3 on for like pictures. Not usually a big sculpted fan. I like the classic EMK cherry proof. Show us the booty. You want to see the booty? You can hear them in your head. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I'll show you the booty. We'll compare booties. Jeez, these grip. These have never been mounted before. That was the first time these were ever mounted, so that's why they're so tight. There's also barely any tolerance in between the keycaps to get the switch puller in. I want to get like a really nice switch puller. I'm tired of these shitty ones. This one unscrews on me all the time. Same, I have 3 MT3 sets, but never use them because they're just too tall and hard. I mean, I don't mind typing on them. I can get used to it. I'm just not a big fan of the sound and the height. You have to hold your like I don't use it wrist rest. So you have to definitely have to hold your hands a little bit higher. One good thing about GHS is they have a reset button on the top of the PCB. So if you're ever in dire need to having to reset the PCB to like bootloader mode, instead of taking the whole case apart, you can just pop off the space bar and hit the button. The O-rings on the threads? What do you mean? Oh, on this? I could put like Loctite. Loctite would probably be better. Can't even pull these off my fingers. Ooh. Rotate boards like every day and cannot stand mistyping while coding, so I can't have a learning curve on a layout or keycap profile. That's one reason my spring is basically display only. Oh, you can't type on the spring? See, I got used to the spring very quickly. It actually helped with some of my touch typing because it has the extra B, but I programmed it to something else, so I kept making the mistake. 'Cause I usually hit B with my other finger. Oh, this is hit B with the wrong finger, and same with Y. Like the mistake pisses me off so much that my brain just kind of reprograms itself. Yeah, GHS Alice, count me in. 100% in. Prototype, I'm about it. I'm ready. I'm ready to build the proto. Can you send photos? You could probably post a link to like Imager or something, or the Discord. Um, right? That's escape. That's tilde. One, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oof, 75. Oh my god, it's a 75% ZX. 75% Alice. Oh my god, that's nutty. I'm definitely in. Let me know when you want the credit card number. Oh, hey. Control F. Look, guys, I'm doing it without VIA. I'm definitely not cheating and looking at this board. Right. W. Do we want to hear a sound test of this as well? Look, we got a theme going on here. The controls are, and then the alts. Okay. Down, page up, and yeah, I've actually been putting this off, putting back the keycaps on it. My desk is gonna collapse from this GHS heaviness. Oh yeah, you guys are gonna like this. I forgot how much I love this board. It sucks when you build keyboards all the time. And like you have to build the next one and then you kind of put the other one away and then you don't get to use it for a little bit. Like this is why I keep this board. All right. Go. Problems I want to have. I was just going through boards. I have a bunch of boards up there. Let's try. Well, let's try. Just promise me one thing, no sharing. Well, you just shared it to chat. Nut. Nut. That's amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Credit card's ready. I'm waiting. Put this art. All right. All right, should we show the butts? This is my butt. Both needy butts. And here's the other butt. Mini butt. Dual butts. I should just like as a flex have this in the background. Will this work? This is sketchy. This is sketchy. I don't trust it, but oh shit. Oh my god. I'm holding it because I don't trust it. It's such a flex. What should I take off first? Or like this? Right? Oh my god. I don't want to put this on here any longer. What is that? What does that mean? Don't talk to me and my son ever again. Oh shit. All right, you guys want to hear This is my on. I got filled. Yeah, this is fucking nutty. Nutty shit. I love it. I love these boards. I love Gone Hacking Studio. Keep making boards, please. Fuck all the haters. Which I doubt there are any. Gone Hacking Studio is gonna do that pretty soon. I think after the gem, right? Isn't that what you said during stream? Just need the numpad, will be good. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good on this mat. This is a good build. I really like how this came out. I like the flex. It's crazy because this still has like almost the same amount of flex, and this was top mount. And then this is kind of like the taco, but this has a stiffer this has a stiffer plate in it, carbon fiber. Both switches are long pole, so you get that nice bottom out sound from the long pole of the switch instead of the keycap hitting the top of the switch, like short pole switches do. Beautiful design, classic design, just like the RAR, which I love the RAR. I loved how it had this little lip that goes down. It's nice for when you're typing. Because I lift my hands up when I type. I don't use. Uh-oh, emergency alert. Tornado warning. Let's go. 30 minutes tornado warning. Well, I'm gonna end stream pretty soon here. I like the little lip. Bucket. We're staying through the tornado. I like the little lip. It's nice because the keyboard doesn't hit you in the hands. And I like the bottom. I like the middle piece. I like how there's 3 layers to the board. It's screwless design. Very nice board. Very nice sounding board. I hope you guys all win in the raffle. Yeah, for real. My phone just went off. It was like, it scared the shit out of me. Run, bro. I ain't afraid of no tornado. I gotta review. I gotta review the gem, bro. You think I'm just gonna leave stream because there's a tornado? Come on, we committed to this shit. Tie yourself to your keyboards, right? I could weigh myself down with the keyboards. Tie the RAR to the facts. I could just hold both of these keyboards and I won't fly away. We won't be making any round 2 of our keyboards again. Oof. So this is done. You guys are done this. After this raffle, the gem will be done. Are you guys gonna make the RARs enough? Are you gonna make like another 75-65% like redesign? I love the RAR. It's one of the staples in my collection, I would say. Definitely one of my favorite keyboards. Totally, yeah, exactly. Totally different. So that's cool. So you guys will have different designs of each one. I like that. I want a 40 with that aesthetic. Yeah, so you're gonna like run through are you gonna run through like all the layouts and kind of keep the designs the same? Because that's also pretty cool. Like if somebody didn't want the 75%, now they have the 65% available. You'll never use a color. That's cool. I like to see um keyboard designers or too often. You don't see red too often. I like to see like different colors. Like orange, yellow, purple, lilac, like pink. Um I like to see different colors. I like to see different case material as well. I like that you do copper, brass bottoms, um hopefully do the polycarb. I like polycarb. Um yeah. I mean if it's an LE like Scarlet, TKL will have the same design of the VRAR. Probably oh my god. What's KG to LB? LBS. What color did you choose on your Dallas? Um hmm. Was it gray or silver? Did they offer those? I don't. I have 30 or 40 keyboards in Group I that I'm waiting for. I honestly don't really remember. I could check. I got the gray silver, the gray silver edition. I gotta convert this to LBS so I can understand the weight. 13.2 pounds. Jeez. That's the TKL. 9.9 pounds. This board weighs basically 10 pounds. It's a very awkward 10 pounds just because of the keyboard. Like if I were to lift a 10-pound weight, it's easy, right? But this board is like insane. Oh, so it weighs the same. The RAR weighs the same as the iron. Iron 165. So like Gone Hacking Studios and Smith and Rune. I'm like a little fucking fanboy. So eventually we have to build this. Knee deep patina this. Show you guys a little peek. Knee deep to this one. You guys couldn't tell my favorite boards get customized. Heavy ass. Yeah, mine's not. Hey, we're gonna go raid somebody. Who is streaming? Dastron streaming. Painting some keycaps. Who else we got? Oh my. The GHS Arisa. How the fuck do I say that? Arisu? Is it Arisu? Appreciate you. Yo, Gone Hacking. Thank you so much for sending this board out. I really do appreciate it. I love everything you guys do. I love what really attracted to me is the name Gone Hacking Studio. Once I heard that, I was like, I have to get one of your boards. And luckily I did. The Scarlet. It's my baby. But yeah, thank you so much for sending out this gem prototype for me to build. You guys will see pictures over on my Instagram channel, and you guys will see sound test. I'll do like a 4K stereo recorded sound test over on my YouTube channel. I'll probably post that within the day or so. Usually I've been pretty quick with those. Oh yeah, and then I'll be posting pictures on my Instagram as well. We're going to be giving away, or Gone Hacking Studio is going to be giving away a raffle spot through my Instagram post, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna raid straight chroma. Yeah, I love you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Thank you guys for all the follows and the subscriptions. It does help out a lot. For the hefty, yeah, these are hefty boards, I'll tell you that. But yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my day. It's almost 4 o'clock here. I'll catch you guys later. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. This is gonna be our raid message. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. See you guys Tuesday. Have fun.